sunny today. Oh my gosh, it has been such a cold week this week, hasn't it? We've had rain, we've had hail, we've had wind. It has just been freezing. I hope you've been wrapping up warm. This time last week I was wrapped up warm and we were coming from the allotment, weren't we? And I know that Linda is there with some families right now. Linda keeps saying there's no such thing as bad weather. It's just about wearing the right clothes. So if you haven't been to the allotment yet and you want to go, please do look out. The bookings will be open on Monday and you can book a slot and grow some seeds. Well, I have something really exciting to show you. Do you remember the seeds that we planted last week in Facebook Live? Well, look what happened. 2 of them have started growing, and yesterday in our Zoom, only one of these had started to poke its first leaf out of the pot, and look at it now. It's incredible. It's almost about 5 centimeters tall. I can't believe it. And after our Facebook Live this morning, I'm going to be taking that out into my garden. I'm going to put on my wellies, put on my coat and get out there. And you know, even if it's wet, sometimes it's just good to wrap up warm and get outside and have some fresh air. So if you're growing sunflowers, don't forget, if you haven't got a garden or a balcony to put it on, we're arranging some spaces in London where you can plant them. And if you live elsewhere, I'm sure you might find a space somewhere. We're going to see how tall our sunflowers grow. Well, we're back into our book today. Where's my book? Oh, here it is. Farm 123. Those of you who've got our craft pack, you have this book, and we are making all the animals in this book. And today I'm really excited because I think it's the biggest animal there is in the book. I think it is. And it's a very, very important animal because this animal gives us this. Who knows what that is? If you're watching and you're watching live, why don't you put in the comments what you think this is? It's such an important thing. And there's the label. And there's a picture of the animal that gives us this important drink. And I've even got a mug. It just so happened that I was having my coffee this morning and I looked at the mug and I thought, oh my gosh, there's that animal. You're right, it's a cow. Isn't that incredible? And today we are going to make a cow out of junk modelling. So in your box today, you won't find, I don't think there's anything, I'm just looking in our booklet, I don't think there's anything in your craft pack today to make a cow. So even if you haven't got a craft pack, you can make one. And I'm going to show you one that I made earlier. Oh, I sound really professional now, don't I? I've got a friend who thinks this is like Blue Peter, and it is a bit like Blue Peter, isn't it? But this is the cow that I made for our craft pack. Can you see her? There she is with her nose and her ears and her eyes and her body. Oh dear, I made the tail out of some sticky tape, even with a little bit at the end. Now a cow, you know, we had Daisy the cow last year, and I'll try and share her video because we have actually got a cow that you can milk, but it's too cold to have Daisy today. She will just be too cold, and we're focusing on this small one. But a cow flicks off the flies with her tail, and a cow's tail is very useful. Hi Andrew, nice to see you. You can have a go. Here's the cow, look, with the legs, and she's even got her udder. And it is the udder of the cow that produces the milk that we drink, that gives us strong teeth and strong bones. So we thank God for the cow. Thank you, Andrew. I'm so glad you like the cow. I'm going to show you how to make a cow. Now, I know we've got vegetarians that watch, And I know that if you're from a Hindu background, cows are very sacred. But yes, this cow's made from prime boxes. I'll say no more, but I'm going to show you how to make a cow. Hi Yvonne, oh, I'm so glad you're there. You know, so many of us are so busy at work. The thought of doing Facebook Live on a Saturday morning, I know that some people find it hard. And now that we've got the allotment project, lots of our volunteers are there. But I'm so glad you're watching, Yvonne. It is just great. Is it next Saturday? Or the Saturday after we're doing Dad Zone? I think it's 2 weeks. And Yvonne and I will be doing Dad Zone. Whether or not we're doing it at the allotment or whether or not we're doing it at home, I don't know. But if you're living in the well, wherever you're living, you can join Dad Zone. You just have to sign our Zoom agreement to join our Dad Zone. It's not Facebook Live. Oh my gosh, Andrew's ready. Blue Peter moment, so cool. Maybe one day, Andrew, I'll have to get you on as a dad. And you can do this with us. We could do it together. So I'm going to put my screen down now. I was lying in bed this morning thinking, oh my gosh, Joe, what have you got to make another cow? So I went looking. Now, of course, in my house, I collect these all the time. A lot of people, there's lots of cardboard chews you can use, but I wonder what part of the cow you think I'm going to make with these 4 tubes. I'm sure you can guess. And yeah, I've got those. I then went looking, and of course, I had one of these boxes. I'm trying to see if I can get it. So there's the box, and I found another box as well. Do you know, it's really tricky. I don't know why I can't seem to be able to do this so well with this laptop. I'm trying to get it so that you can see what's going on. So we have the boxes. So what I do with the boxes, I like to seal them down so they don't flip open like that. So I'm going to, oh my gosh, my screen's going up and down, isn't it? I'm going to put the body on there like that. Can you see? So this is going to be the body and this is going to be the head. So I'll put this down and I'm going to seal it up. Let me see. Now I've got this brown parcel tape that is fantastic for this. You don't have to use tape. You could use some glue in the pack. We gave you some Pritt stick. If that's run out, I'm sure you can go to Poundland or Asda or Tesco's and buy some more glue. It's just about having fun. Now these cows, they can look in any shape or size. So that is the head. So I am going to stick the head on the body like this. Can you see? And I'm going to use my tape. Now, I'm doing this quite quickly and rough and ready. It may take you longer to do this. And don't think, oh, I'm not creative, I can't do this. It's all about having fun in the making. It doesn't have to look perfect at all. And in fact, if you don't want to do any junk modelling, you can paint a picture or just do some drawing or maybe have a look for a picture in a magazine or a book. Although I don't think you might have lots of magazines with pictures of cows in them. When I was growing up, we had a magazine in our family. Every Friday it was called the Farmer's Weekly, because those of you who don't really know me, I grew up on a farm. So I'll take that label off a little bit. But there is the head. And here is the body. I think you can just about see that, can't you? So then we're going to stick on the legs. Now the legs, again, I think you need this tape to do the legs. So it keeps, the end keeps going. This is a lovely activity to do with your child. A child, you know, they might get frustrated, but if you do this together and sellotape, it isn't in your pack, but it's a really good way of sticking these on. So there's the first leg. I'm going to put this on the side. I don't know if anybody here watches the Yorkshire Vet. I love watching that programme. And that programme comes from the part of Yorkshire where I'm from. So every time they have an aerial shot on there, I think of my family who live in Yorkshire. Can you see this? I haven't done one earlier, so we've only got 2 legs so far. Woo! Oh, now the head's dropped off. Let me get the head off the floor. I think you get the idea, don't you, about this? Oh, we'll put the head there. Now I'm standing up. Now I'm standing up. This is quite a tricky thing to make on this small screen. You know, I think if we were in a professional studio, it'd be very different. But we're just in my kitchen, and we just like to show that you can do anything like this in your kitchen. So I'm doing the legs. They're coming on nicely. I'm going to show you them in a minute. We probably won't have time to do the whole thing, but I'm just giving you the idea that you can do this out of any old boxes. And it doesn't have to be big like this. It could be, oh, now, look at this. The end of my tape's got all stuck, and it's coming. We're getting there. Oh, I love that sound. You know, doing things like this with your children when they're little, it's really good bonding to do it with your child. There's so much language, and as I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. But I found I did a lot of this sort of stuff with my children, and then when they got to school, they were able to use these skills. And this week I was having a chat with a man in Manchester about school readiness, and toddler groups are a fabulous way of developing skills in a child that just give them that confidence that they need when they go to school. Our aim is not to get them school ready. Our aim is for children to enjoy their childhood. And so many people often rush and think, oh, my child has got to be doing this and got to be doing that. You know what? Childhood is to be enjoyed every time. And I may seem to be sounding like it's a glossy experience. Looking after children 24/7 is jolly hard work. And I think that's why people have really missed toddler groups during the pandemic, because it's that lack of routine. Right, look, can you see me? Cow's coming along, the legs a bit dangly, but the body's there, the head's there, and the legs are there. Now, I'm going to make this into a daddy cow, and you call them bulls. But I'm not going to have time to do the face, but I'm going to show you what I did. Look, I made a nose there. So, you know the brown paper that comes inside the wrapper of a delivery? You can use that to cut it out. You can make the patches on there. I actually covered this in that brown paper, but there's the nose. You can make some ears out of that paper. Can you see the shape of the ears? You can draw an eye, and as I said, you could use an egg box to make an udder, but mine is going to be a daddy, so there's going to be no udder there. There might be something else. But I'll have to make that later. I just haven't got the time in this session to do it. But cows are wonderful creatures. And in our book, let's see how many cows there are. Can you see them? Can we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hungry cows eating the hay. That is amazing, isn't it? And I was reminded of a song that a very good friend of ours, Lyneve, used to sing at Daniel's Den, and this is how it goes. She used to come with her guitar. This must be like 20 years ago, and she used to sing this song, which was, Mr. Cow, how do you say to the Lord I love you? Mr. Cow, how do you say to the Lord I love you? Well, I stand around in the field all day, and it gives me plenty of time to say, moo, moo, moo. Isn't that just a brilliant song? I was just reminded of it today. And cows are fantastic. Maybe this week you can be looking in your books or thinking of the songs that you sing and think, how many cows can we find this week? And when you drink some milk, thank God for the cows that gave you the milk. You know, I guess I can't go without saying the rhyme. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such fun, and the dish ran away with a spoon. I wonder how many songs and rhymes we can find with cows in them. That is the challenge. If you've got one, put it in the comments and let's see what a list we can make. It's fantastic to see you today. Hopefully you can join us on Zoom this week. This next week is the last week of 7 Zooms. After half term, we are going to have 3 Zooms a week, and we are going to be having 2 outdoor toddler groups and maybe 1 group that's completely hybrid, as in it's on Zoom but it's also in a garden as well. We are exploring new ways. We're hoping Brent Council are going to give us permission to go into parks, but we do have 2 church gardens that we can use. We really want to connect with you in any way that we can, but you know, sign up for Zoom if you can. We had 3 new families yesterday and it was such a joy to connect with people and just to sort of have that fun together. So hopefully I'll have me bull made by Friday for my Zoom sessions, but do keep sharing your stories and songs with cows. So bye.